Hello, welcome back to Lanzarote Canary Islands Football Manager 2023 save. Last episode, if you watched it, you'll know that we went, I think, 10 points clear in January. So we were expecting to go up from the 4th division of Spanish football very, very easily. And I can reveal that we did go up. However, it was a lot closer than we expected. I think we lost 6 games in the season. I think 4 of these were in the back half of the league year. And I think probably 6 of these draws were as well. So you see our form, we dropped an awful lot of points. Atletico Paso almost caught us at the very end. But they were the only worry, really. If we check out our schedule. Yeah, here we go. So we've got... let's go from the start of January. We had... we lost to Elche in the top division in Spain in the Spanish Cup. But outside of that, we had, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of our league losses in the second half of the year. So we only lost 1 in the first half. And we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of our draws as well in the second half of the year. We had some terrible months. Here we go. February, 2 points from the whole month. March is really the one that got us through in the end. In the end, we end up beating Casareño to be promoted. So next year, we will be playing in the... let's see if we can find it. Promotion. Let's just do it this way. We will be playing in either the Primera Federación Grupo 2 or Grupo 1. We'll be playing with the likes of... I think these have been... Cordoba definitely have been in La Liga in the last couple of years. Yeah, so it looks like they went up at 1 point there. Mirandes, and then if we're in the second division, the second group essentially, we could be playing Andorra, Barcelona Athletic, Real Murcia, Intercity, teams like that, Numancia as well. I'm not sure how our team will hold up in this group. If we go to our squad, in terms of next season, actually let's just go in terms of this season. We have if we come into the squad view, we can see performances this season. Danguiro is out on loan. Dorenzo finished top scorer with 15 and 30. Ratinho, who was out for quite a while, ended up scoring 12 in 26. Sergi Nus scored 11 in 35. He was on penalties. There were probably 2 or 3 games where Sergi Nus was playing centre-back and then scored a penalty and a free kick, or a penalty and from a corner, and ended up playing probably the last 20 minutes up front, just for a bit of fun, but he never got a hat-trick. If we look in terms of average rating, Christian Molina was fantastic at defensive midfield. Ratinho obviously was there. The 2 centre-backs who were signed up for this year as well, they're both really happy, as we promised them we would go up by May 2025. Danguire might come into the first team squad next year. He might be the leading man. We've got Ferran at right back and Rafus as well. Rafus has got a really good average rating for a goalkeeper. And then outside of that, in terms of our transfers for next year, we've got an awful lot of loans. An awful lot of trials coming in at the minute. David Jimenez is a right back from Real Madrid. Alcaraz, maybe just to bring in some experience at centre back. David Soto as well looked really good in terms of mentals, so he could come in as a sort of mentor for the younger players. Lewis Gibson, released by Everton, he could be very good in our league in the division above. Dan Happe. Dan Happ, I'm going to go with. From Ipswich. He's got quite a high, 55k. We're not going to be able to afford that, but if that goes down, I think we have 2,000 budget remaining. If that goes down a lot, we might look to bring him in. Maybe we have 8,000 wage budget spare. However, I don't think that includes when Lorenzo leaves us at the end of the year, as he still wants to test out his options. His current contract is on £950 per week, so we'll be looking at getting up to 9.1 grand, maybe something like that. We've got Elimbi, let's go with that, from West Ham. Centre back, defensive midfielder. Both positions we're kind of happy with at the minute, but again, I'm always looking to improve. Kevin Grosskreutz as an all rounder, really. Michel Ludwig from Dortmund coming in on trial. Matt Longstaff, Josh McEachran, and Sam Clucas are 3 Englishmen who are coming in on trial. We've got Jake Hesketh as well in there, actually. That I'm really intrigued about for a central midfielder. That was the one position that I tagged as we probably could have improved this year, but we really need to improve next year. Slightly ahead of that, we got Tudor Mendel Iwodu from Chelsea coming in. Have a little look at him. We've got Sam Mather to check him out left wing to replace Lorenzo on that side. And we're taking a look at Fabio Barini and Lisandro Lopez up front as well. I would say if we can get 3 of these players in, it'll bring a lot of experience into the squad that we could do with. We've got Jon Lander as well, who'll probably come in at left wing for Lorenzo next season. He'll probably be the starting left winger. I think the only we've got Markel Pitter in on trial at the minute too. The only difference in the squad from last time, the last update that I did, is Iker Bashier came in. He's probably going to be the successor to Sedanila at left back, which might free Sedanila up to be a bit more of a sort of all-purpose player. Outside of that, there's not an awful lot to go through until next season, to be honest. If we look at the dev centre, we didn't really have anyone come through this year. If we check out the under-19s, we've got some high potential players, but these two at least were both here last year. Alvaro Camino is probably the best one that we had come through this year. Miguel Angel Carrillo too. They're not very good. Finances were still struggling, however, were projected to drop quite a bit lower. The board keep putting money in. We keep getting potential takeovers announced, but nothing's actually come through. If we look, I am favoured personnel now, along with Ratinho. The board are very pleased with going up, as are the supporters. However, they don't like that I'm not playing direct counter-attacking football. And we now have to work on repairing the club's financial damage, which is worrying when we're trying to make strides up the divisions. If we go up to the potential division we'll be in next year and check rules, I can't see it saying anywhere here if we get paid out for certain finishing positions. However, there are 20 teams in the league, and top goes up to the second division in Spain. 4 promotion playoff semi-finals behind them, and then 5 relegations. So I think our only goal next year should be to try and avoid this relegation. That could be tough. That could be tough for us, to be honest. However, we'll see what we can do. We'll also be in the Spanish Cup next year. Hopefully, we'll have as good of a run as we did this year, if not better. And outside of that, that is about it to mention this time. Actually, let's take a quick look at the Canary Islands. We played 2 games since last time against Cyprus. In the UEFA Nations League relegation playoff, the first leg and the second leg. First leg, we went away and got a 2-2 draw. It was a decent result. Bring them back home, and we smashed them 5-1 at home. Daniel Hayder was recalled to the squad, scored a hat-trick. There were 2 penalties in there too, but we were in cruise control by the time the sort of second penalty was given. I think we were 4-0 up. If we look at UEFA Nations Leagues this year, we are in Group C Nations League C, Group 4. We only have 2 other people in our league. We are in with Estonia and Latvia. And I think we can be looking at promotion from this. Potentially next season, we could be looking at playing, around some of these squads. You got Greece, Bulgaria, Albania, Austria, somewhere around there. I would say that's more our level, but we will see when we play them throughout this year. If I do the next update in January, we should have played all 4 of the games by then. So it'll give us a good chance to judge where we were. So from that, I will see you next time for episode 7, where we will be potentially coming back after the transfer window and before we get stuck into the season, maybe after 2 or 3 games. Potentially at the very start of January, so I can give you an update then. It depends how many ins we get in the summer. To be honest, we could. I think if we sign anything over about 5, I will come back and do an update. If we only end up signing 2 or 3 players, then it might not be worth it. However, whenever the next update is, I will see you then. Thank you for watching.